So you're dreaming about a career in SAP, right? But you feel totally stuck because you're missing that one magic word, experience. Well, I'm here to tell you that you're not alone. Pretty much every single SAP pro out there started in the exact same spot you're in right now. It's that classic chicken and egg problem, isn't it? You can't get a job without the experience, but you can't get experience without the job. It's frustrating. But here's the good news. For 2025, the game is seriously changing, and it is 100% possible to land that first role even if you're starting from scratch. We're going to break down exactly how you can do it. And this is why the opportunity is so massive right now. This number on your screen, 86%, that tells you the entire story. The huge majority of jobs in the SAP world aren't just for general, vague SAP skills. They're for one very specific thing, S/4HANA. This is your bullseye. This is where you need to focus all your energy. So here's our game plan for this explainer. First, we'll unpack why this S/4HANA thing is just exploding. Then we'll help you figure out where you fit in this huge universe. After that, we're getting super practical with a playbook to take you from zero to actually hireable. And finally, we'll get into the strategy of how to break in and land that first offer. Okay, let's start with the big picture. Before you can conquer a market, you've got to understand it. And right now, the SAP market is going through a massive, once-in-a-generation shift. So what on earth is S/4HANA? Well, put simply, it's the brand new, super fast, cloud-based version of SAP's main software. The best way to think about it is like upgrading from an old, clunky flip phone to the latest smartphone. It's just better in every way. And it's completely replacing the old system, called ECC, that thousands of companies have been using for decades. And here's the ticking clock that's creating all the urgency. SAP has put a hard deadline on the calendar. By 2027, standard support for that old ECC system, gone. It's kind of like a car maker saying, hey, we're not making parts for your old car anymore. This is forcing every single company on the old system to upgrade, and that is creating a huge wave of projects and, you guessed it, a desperate need for new talent. And look, this isn't just me saying this. This quote from the chairman of a major SAP user group says it all. The pressure is on. Companies that haven't started their move to S/4HANA are already falling behind. This industry-wide scramble, that's your golden ticket. Okay, so you see the opportunity. It's massive. Now the question is, where do you fit in? SAP is a huge world, and you can't learn everything. You have to pick your battlefield. You have to focus your energy where you can actually win. Let's break it down into the two main paths. First, if you come from a business background, maybe you've worked in finance or supply chain or HR, then the functional consultant role is probably perfect for you. You're the one who bridges the gap between what the business needs and what the technology can do. But if you're someone who just loves to code, then the technical path is calling your name. You'll be the one building the custom stuff that makes the system even more powerful. Now, you don't have to jump straight into a senior consulting gig. In fact, you probably shouldn't. There are some brilliant entry points. A support analyst role is fantastic. You literally get paid to solve real problems and learn the system inside and out. Or you could look for end-user jobs, where you're just using SAP as part of your day-to-day. And please, don't overlook internships or even startups. The hands-on experience you can get there is just priceless. All right, this is the core of it, the part you've been waiting for. How do you actually build skills that make you hireable when you don't have a job yet? Well, here it is, the Smart Beginner's Playbook. This is an actionable plan you can literally start today. The process is actually pretty simple, but doing it consistently is key. First, just learn how to get around the system. The old school look, called SAP GUI, and the new modern one, Fiori. Second, pick one area to really focus on, like finance or sales. Don't try to learn everything at once. Third, dive into all the free training out there. And fourth, and this is the absolute secret weapon that most people miss, build a mini portfolio. Seriously, let that sink in. Your portfolio is the bridge. It's the tangible proof that you can actually do the work. It takes you from being someone who just says on their resume, I know SAP, to someone who can actually show it. This one thing will separate you from 95% of the other beginners out there. And look, it does not have to be complicated. Your portfolio can be as simple as this. Practice a basic task like creating a sales order. Take a screenshot. Explain what you did. Or write a one-page what-if case study about solving a simple business problem. Even just posting on LinkedIn about what you're learning shows passion and initiative. It's so powerful. Okay, so you've started building your skills, your mini portfolio is taking shape. Now it's time for the hunt. Let's talk about how to turn all this hard work into a smart job search strategy that actually gets you results. So where are these entry-level jobs hiding? Most beginners think they have to work for a big, fancy consulting firm, but that's a huge mistake. The data shows that the majority of jobs, a full 61%, are with end-user companies. These are just the regular businesses that use SAP every day. Think manufacturing companies, retailers, you name it. This opens up your job search massively. And here's even more good news. Worried that you don't live in a big city or a tech hub? Don't be. A staggering 91% of SAP jobs are either hybrid or fully remote. The opportunity isn't limited by your zip code anymore. It's limited by your skills and your strategy. Now, as you start applying, there is one crucial mindset shift you have to make. You need to forget everything you think you know about landing the perfect role. This right here, this is the golden rule that will actually get your foot in the door. Your first job is not your forever job. Let me say that again. The goal is not to land a six-figure consulting role on day one. The goal is to get your foot in the door. Any door, a support role, a user role, an admin job, anything that gets you hands-on with SAP in a real professional environment. Because once you're in, everything gets easier. And that's really what this all boils down to. Every single great SAP consultant you admire today started at zero. No projects, no experience, nothing. The only difference between them and everyone else who gave up is that they just started. They stayed consistent and they didn't let the idea of being perfect stop them from taking that first step. So I'll leave you with this one question. If you follow this playbook, even if it's just for 30 minutes a day, just imagine where you could be in 6 months. The opportunity is absolutely real, the path is clear, and it all starts with that one brave first step. Now, go take it.